I'm not gonna make this video too long. Genuinely, I don't plan on making this longer than maybe 3 minutes at most, and most of that's probably gonna just be watching this clip, maybe 5 minutes. Um, I don't know why I'm even considering coming back to this game after a break, right? If you guys don't know, I took a break from Dead by Daylight. It was about a year long. I came back for Jason. A few months into playing Jason, I am at the point now where I need another break. And I thought I was going to come back for the Judgment, but after seeing a lot of the shit that they're doing with the Judgment and after testing the Judgment myself, I just really have no motivation to come back and play this game. And I genuinely feel at this point like the developers regret ever having Dead by Daylight be popular. I feel like the developers continuously self-sabotage themselves in the most ridiculous ways, and they are just hoping and praying that eventually the casual crowd will just throw their hands up, give up, and fucking walk away. Because at this point, I just want to know how utterly I'm this is going to be so mean. How stupid do you have to be to talk like this? So they're gutting the Judgment, by the way. They are completely removing every viable play style with the Judgment that they possibly can. If you don't know, with the Judgment, the power, you cannot hit people up close, so you have to constantly do these weird 180 flicks and misdirections, and it's got a skill floor that is fucking 15 stories high. But another way to play the Judgment that people found on the PTB was to snipe. Being able to snipe people from across the map is a kind of an interesting thing. It's something that we really haven't had before outside of the artist, and the artist, it's kind of difficult to do that long range sniping. So it was going to be kind of interesting. We would have our first sniper killer, but no more, because now survivors can see the beam from absolutely fucking anywhere, and they get this large vignette that tells them that the beam is heading toward them. Basically, they are idiot-proofing the fuck out of this power on the survivor side, and they gave their reasoning recently, so let's take a listen.
Additionally, we added or increased the distance at which cast divine light is revealed to survivors. So on the PTB, survivors would see the aura of the pillar. I think it was maybe 20 or 32 meters away from them or something like that. And basically that made really long shots super viable and very strong. And, you know, I know we've got a couple streamers in the chat right now. So while you're working on the gen, looking at your own chat, you know, yapping away and saying very funny things, well, you would get shot or hit by a pillar that came out of nowhere. So,
except it didn't come out of nowhere, right? It didn't, because you could see it from 32 meters. So it means that these streamers weren't paying attention to the fucking game. And guess what? As a streamer myself, if you don't pay attention to the game, you deserve to get fucking hit by shit. You deserve to lose, right? Because you're supposed to pay attention. I covered a tier list. I think the video released like 2 days ago, right? Because I'm not scheduling this video. I'm literally going to throw it into the editor, make sure I get rid of some dead air, and then just throw it up. But the fuck, I released a video where this guy did a tier list. It was more of a graph, really, of killers he thought was overpowered, and most of the killers in the overpowered category were killers that you just had to pay attention to. You had to keep it. What the hell was that? You had to keep an eye on them, right? You had to like look back and watch them, watch their movements, figure out what they were doing. And if you didn't do that, then you were fucked. And behavior has been slowly but surely chipping away at the idea that you have to pay attention to the game to play it as Survivor, right? Like, I know they're nerfing Sprint Burst Vigil and all that and everything. I don't really give a fuck about that. But the point is that every time I turn around, they are constantly hand-holding survivors to the max with the 5 billion pallets and the extreme unhook protections that are absolutely ridiculous. So you don't have to think about when you're unhooking someone. You have to literally no thought, no team coordination, no nothing. Just unhook somebody in the killer's face. Who gives a fuck? And if you really feel like it, shoulder the burden just to fucking do even more removal of the pressure. I'm not going to get into the whole rant. The point is that if you're a streamer and you're looking at chat, you deserve to be punished for not paying attention to the game, right? When is there going to be a change for killers, right? If the killer stands still for 5 seconds because they're looking at chat and saying their funny stuff, they're not paying attention and patrolling gens. So then all gens explode for 5% progress or something, right? When is that going to fucking become a thing? Oh, it's not? Yeah, that's what I fucking thought, bro. God forbid you have to actually pay attention to the fucking game you're playing. Why am I even considering the fact that I'm going to come back to this game? Because I know I will. You know I will. I know I will. Sithis knows I will. But I don't understand why behavior is so honed in on hand-holding stupid people all the fucking time. Just genuine people who refuse to give a shit. People who refuse to fucking try. Who's gonna come here, little baby? Fuck!